Buddha.
No way, Jose.
Respect to B Rock. Respect to Still J. Respect to Kevin. Respect to Queenie E. Respect to everybody that's watching. It's got going to watch. Respect Joe. I was sent this story. It's out of Texas. Joe, you might know what I'm talking about. You might know what I'm talking about right here. Okay. A retired black Texas teacher, 97, driven out of her family's home by a racist mob that destroyed property in 1939. If gifted the same plot by current owner, is now set to build a new home there. Respect Rim Rock, great show today. Great show, good show. Okay. Opal Lee, probably known as the grandmother of Juneteenth, was 12 years old when her family moved into their Fort Worth house in a all-white neighborhood in 1939. But in less than a week, a crowd of 500 people showed up and forced them out while police stood by and watched. Oh, I'm gonna find one in Georgia. Don't worry. They was sent to me. It was sent to Still J. More than 80 years later, Lee had been gifted the plot by Trinity Habitat for Humanity CEO Gay Yeager. A house is also being built for her on the land through community funding. A 97-year-old black Texas teacher who had been driven out of her 1939 house by a racist mob has now been gifted the same plot of land and plans to build a new house. Okay, well, I read that one. Her family moved into it was an all white neighborhood, okay? The family only stayed for a week. I'm going to skip all the other parts. All the other part, okay? I'm skip the other part. Lee, Lee, a retired teacher and lifelong community activist, told CBS they tore it as you're under. Well, respect. They set stuff on fire. They did despicable thing. It was going to be the nicest place we had in Fort Worth. We were so proud of it, especially Shawana Williams. It was going to be the nicest place, yeah, and they were proud of it. We were frightened to death when our parents sent us away from the house. To come back later to see it in shambles, that was a traumatic. Chief would have told WFAA. Okay, but more than 80 years later, Lee decided it was time to return to her home and contacted the land's current owner. She discovered that the plot was vacant and owned by the local chapter of Habitat for Humanity, where she had once served on the organization founded board. Lee told Trinity Habitat for Humanity CEO Kate Yeager, whom she has known for 30 years, what had happened with her family and requested to buy the property. He went on to tell her that she could not purchase the land, but instead he would give it to her. That was nice of the CEO of Trinity Habitat for Humanity to give that land that was rightfully hers and her family back to her for for nothing. She had offered to purchase it, and he said no, because she told the story what happened and how that land came to be like that. He said he'll give it to her. See, this is our history right here. Then she said, well, we won't sell it to you, Opal, but we'll give it to you. There's no option for anything else. Yeager's told the channel. Okay, I'm trying to find all of it. I'm going through it. Gage also offered to work with donors to build a new house on the land for free, where he hopes will be ready for the activists to move in by her 99th birthday. Lee described the moment she received the news and said, when I get happy, I want to do a holy dance, but the kids say I'm twerking, so I don't ever do it. The kid said she wanted to do a holy dance, but she be twerking. Well, Rob, respect my brother, respect. But let's take a look at this. 1939. 1939. Okay, that was what? 1939, that was 85, over 85 years ago when that happened. I want to know that I got a God who has been so good to me. I think if I ask, he'll let me have a couple more years. The organization has begun drawing up plans for the house. Community donation are being used as funding, and volunteers are working to construct the house. Yeager said, we're there to partner with a friend to build a home in a little way, erase a big negative from all those years ago. How can it how can it not be with all that hate and violence that been out there to play a small part in a bigger story and hopefully a narrative that's going in a good direction? After spending her life as an elementary school teacher, she decided to retire in 1977 and dedicate her life to activism. In 2016, she embarked on 1,400-mile walk from Fort Worth to Washington, D.C. to urge the Obama administration to make June 19th national holiday. In June 2021, Joe Biden put a pen to paper at the White House and made Juneteenth the day marking the proclamation of slavery in the U.S. a federal holiday after 155 years. Juneteenth has been considered America's second Independence Day since June 19, 1865, when General Gra- Granger walked into Galveston and declared the last 250,000 slaves in Texas free. The day has been celebrated annually and gone through many, including Jubilee Day, Freedom Day, Liberation Day, Proclamation Day. It is not clear how it came to be called Juneteenth, National Independence Day, but Representative Shirley Jackson Lee said that America only truly became the land of the free and the home of the brave when Union Army General George Granger freed the last slaves in Texas in 1865. We're gonna get some in Georgia. We're gonna get some in Georgia. But I'm gonna tell you this right here. That's not the only place that happened in. How much land have people ran folks off of? Said that they was their own. How many? How many places have people said that they can't live there? How many times have people said, what you doing in this neighborhood? How many times? How many times have that been said? How many times how much land do you own? How much land do your family own? Do you know where your land at? Do you know the plot of land that your family owned? That's what I'm getting at. That's why I read the story. That's why I read the story. It was so much hate for they call us color people back there, black people, melanated people. back then that they ran that family out of their home. Her parents had to tell her and her brothers and sisters to run from the house. And when they came back, the house was in shambles, on fire. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. How and today, big companies, government try to force people out of their home because they want the land to build something on it. Should that happen? No, it shouldn't happen. You own your own land. You build what you want to build on it. Then they talk about you got to get a building permit for the building inspector, whatever, got to come inspect the building. Fine, that's okay, but don't come try to take my land. So this land is made for me. It's my land, my family land. It goes back to what we was talking about today on E channel. Our people are so dumb. Some of our people in our community are so dumb and stupid. They don't know when to say when or to hush up and just sit back and relax. It's like we've been talking about history, our story, not their story, our story that's not been told in school. Why is this kind of stuff is not told in school? Like the land that Lake Lanier is on. That was a black. That was a black town. Black residents lived there. Schools, hospitals, different stuff were there. And we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that, do we? Just think, if all of us got together, if all of us got together, build our own town, what would they do? What would they do? And how would they do it? How would they take us out of our situation? They we build our own town, our own city, with our own schools, shops, grocery stores. You know somebody gonna hate and want to come take it from us. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it's those people of our own community that want to take us down. So I tell you this, we got to come together. We got to come together. Sooner or later, we gonna have to come together. We might not like what's going on. We might not like how people operate. We might not like that. We might not like that. Some people might not like that. We might not like that. How would we survive? How would we survive? You think we can get come together as one You think we come together as one and build a city and live all in common as one happy family, one happy community? Can we? Will we? I think we can. And here's one right here, still. Here's one. This out of Georgia. D theft is coming in Georgia. Here's why. We can. You got to send it to my email still, Jay. Ask for stories. Deed theft, wrongful foreclosure, fraudulent loans are all integrated for real estate fraud. Metro Atlanta families are coming home to notices saying their homes are no longer theirs and arguing their property was wrongfully sold without their knowledge. You don't trust me. How you don't trust me, but you want to story about Georgia? Come on, still Jay. Make it make sense. Here's one from Georgia right here. How you feel about this? Families are coming home to notices saying their homes are no longer theirs and arguing their properties were wrongfully sold without their knowledge. Hmm. People have a lot of stuff going thrown at them every day. How to get to work, how to get my kids fed or get them lunch, said Rick, a veteran attorney specializing in cases of deed theft, wrongful foreclosure sales, and fraudulent loans, all ingredient for real estate fraud. There's so much coming at people these days. Life is so complicated. It has happened to you. It's a life altering event, he said. Eric Clark experienced that life altering event. His story that appeared on Atlanta News First Investigate last fall resonated with dozens of fellows who said they're in similar circumstances. Clark received a notice on his front door that said his Ellenwood home had been sold at a foreclosure auction. In a police report, he claimed someone took out a fraudulent second loan on his home and forged his signature. Clark never paid the loan because he says he did not know about it. He also is accused of fraudster of filing fake deeds on his property. According to the county clerk, the details are covered. Current Georgia law allows property paperwork to be filed in clerks' offices without proof of identification. That's the wrong. That's what part is wrong. That's what part should be looked at. How the way you gonna go file property paperwork at the clerk's office without a proof of identification? You want proof of identification for everything else? But check this out. It's harder to cash a $5 check at a bank than it is to record a deed that could steal the title to someone's home that they'll work for decades to build up equity in. According to the little government oversight in real estate transactions across Georgia, started with the foreclosure auction process. Check this out. Atlanta News first investigated 10 days the Camp County foreclosure auction. Although the auction took place on the front step of the county courthouse, the bidding process isn't run by the government or interstate official, but a private company called Auction.com. Anyone can be a bidder. Hmm. They just have to tender funds in full. At Auction.com staff said they have to have the money on them to buy the house today, and it can be in the form of cash or a cashier's check. The private company run auction across Georgia, depending on the day. They're only in certain ones. For instance, the first Tuesday of the month, we may be in 90 counties. The worker said on-site staff had no role in investigating whether a home should or should not be on the foreclosure auction. They only know what the bank tells their company. So So you telling me nobody doing no check, nobody doing no kind of check on foreclosure, nobody doing no check, balancing checks, no balances no check, huh? So they can just take your home no matter what. So you be out of the home. So now you got to pay a lawyer to get your home back. Hmm. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. They just doing it. They doing it the legal way, but the same thing. They happened to the retired Texas teacher in 1939. That's the same thing. We don't want to see the light. We were going to see what's really going on. We're going to open our eyes and, and see what has been done to us. Well, we're going to open our eyes and see what we are doing to ourselves. When are we going to do that? When are we going to do that? Are we going to do that? Respect, Fatty. When are we going to see, open our eyes to see all the stuff that we do to ourselves, and we want to cry somebody else doing it to us, but we do it to our own selves. So if we do it to ourselves, how we expect them to not do it to us? How many times has somebody screwed somebody over in their own neighborhood? How many times have a person broken into somebody else's house in that same neighborhood they live in? How many times have a person from that neighborhood would have stole their car for the same neighborhood? I wait. I sure wait. You can't tell me there's nothing nobody else can do about anything else. But we want to cry when somebody else does it to us, but we don't want to cry when somebody do it. Our own neighbors do it to us. Our people, our skin tone, do it to us. See, yeah, we cry about people stealing our land, but we stealing our own land. We doing everything to make things. We do things to make ourselves feel better. Why we make ourselves feel better? How we make ourselves feel better? Look at the other things that people do to other people, other minority, other melanated black people. How can we move forward? When we ever going to get together and say, hey, enough is enough in our neighborhood? When are we going to say enough is enough? We're going to say enough is enough with uh, verbal, verbal, physical, and psychological abuse on our black females that we supposed to love. We're going to start saying enough is enough on our melanated brothers. We won't say enough is enough. We know we're going to do that. We know we're going to do that. I'm glad that is some kind of humanity came out of that story I read. After over 80 some years, the Trinity Habitat for Humanity said, no, look here, you don't have to purchase this land. because it was yours in the first place. I'm gonna give this land back to you. And on top of that, we're gonna build a house on it. How can people know you from anywhere? We can go to a commercial break right quick. Anybody that want to come up can come up. We just shooting up shooting out stuff. That's all we're doing. Here we go. It's Brett James Wilson Armando. See, we got to come together as one. We can make this work. See, when people start taking from you in our own community, I don't care you in California, I don't care you in Iowa, I don't care you in Ohio, I don't care you in Michigan, I don't care you in Kentucky, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Arizona, Texas, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, I don't care. If you live in that community and the people come say, "Oh, this house ain't yours. We sold it." How the hell you going? How the world you going to figure that out? How the world you going to be? They just stole it right under your nose. But yet you want to raise heck about them stealing your land. But guess what? People steal from you all day, every day, no matter where you're from or where you're going. No matter where you're going and how you feel. No matter how you feel about it. But just to take something that's not yours and think it won't happen to you and think it won't come back to you. How did you feel? How would you feel if it was and somebody come and took it from you? See, that people get mad for the little things. Oh, somebody stole $1. Okay, and they break it how to take your flat screen TV, your video game, your PlayStation, all that stuff. How would you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel about that, people? How would you how would you feel about that? Hmm. It make you think. We still got to come together. We still got to come together. Still got to come together as one. But we know that some people is to let their ego and pride get in the way to ask for help, don't want to come together to help the betterment of their own community. They don't want to do that. Respect Draco. They don't want to do that. They want to come together the betterment of their community, but they want to tear the community down. But soon as something else happens to by somebody else, the same folk that they want to help betterment the community want to go out in the streets. So, what are we going to do, fellas, ladies and gentlemen? What are we going to do? How are we going to navigate this corrupt system that we are in? How are we going to teach our young people, our little girls, our little boys, how to navigate this system? How are we going to teach them? How are we supposed to do it? How are we going to navigate that? How are we supposed to tell them? How are we supposed to teach them? How are they supposed to learn about this stuff without teaching them? How are we supposed to? How are we supposed to feel about that? How are we supposed to feel about that? How are we supposed to feel about that? What? How are we supposed to go about teaching them? What's going on, Jay? How are we supposed to go
Good
about
evening.
teach them how about coming together? See, this came about. I had got a story. This woman was a little girl. House, her family house that they moved to. State Fort Worth, Texas, moved to the all white neighborhood, got burned down and all that stuff. And this CEO of Trinity Habitat for Humanity found heard her story, and the land that they owned was her family land. So she offered to purchase it, but he said, "Nah, we're not, I'm not. I'm not going to allow you to purchase it. I'm just going to give your land back." And offered to build her a house. She's 97 years old now. 97 years old now, right? And then you know how the foreclosure fraud that stuff goes on in Georgia. People steal the houses and deeds to the house. You come back, you got notice on your house that this ain't your house. You know how that goes over to Georgia, right?
Well, technically, if we get technical, no one actually owns anything in the United States. As long as you have to pay taxes on your property and everything and anything else you own, you don't own anything. The question, this is my opinion, as many as, and I don't want to make it a topic about only our culture, but we're black, so we're gonna quite naturally favor our culture. We need to move as many as we can outside the city. Teach them how to farm, how to fish, how to live off the land. The basics. You don't have to do it fully, but you need to do the basics. This builds character. This teaches them hands-on skills. That's the first thing we need to do. Second thing we need to do is stop being so goddamn messy. Pardon my French. We need to stop worried about what Cardi B is doing, what Drake is doing, what the rappers are doing in their fictitious lifestyle, because what you see on the screen, they do not live that lifestyle every day. For the most part, they lead boring lifestyle unless they're, you know, entertaining. You see what I'm saying? Less of We need to focus on more reality and less of the fictitious um, media system that's being put in our face.
Jay, and you're right about that. You know you remember when I did that story about uh, these uh, melanated uh, people building that town. down at Brunswick. Remember I said that, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, they came together,
Yep.
building a community because they want better. So I guarantee you, have these, like I said, I think it was last night or night before, whatever I said, we, I'm talking about us, me,
Mm-hmm.
you, everybody else, we have failed the next generation. We have
Mm-hmm.
failed.
Yeah, we have.
We failed.
And I mean, failure comes failure comes with a double-edged sword because that relates back to the conversation. Well, what I myself, Mondo, we were having about the mental condition of our community. And it relates back to it relates all the way back to when we was talking about the Bible. You know what I mean? We put because in those words it says I want to quote it right. It says Joshua will take the next two steps if you take the first. Correct?
You right about
Correct?
that? You right about that?
Hell, we forgot the first step.
Yep.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and and really and truly, we are the body of work. We as a people are the body of work. We're supposed to look to certain religious entities or whatever for guidance. You know what I mean? Take my steps and make them whole. So when you get caught, it's only if you. If I'm the truth. If you do this, if black parents do this, turn off the TVs. Go back to the cell phones where you can only text and call. That would change a lot because it would shift their attention to something else. When I was growing up, I stayed outside. I didn't know nothing but pecans, tobacco, uh, plowing, sowing and plowing fields, and football.
And,
That's
and another, Jay, another thing, when I said I did all that, even for me, look, you learn how to play by yourself.
hmm
And then when your friend came on, you ain't had no ball. Sure, you would have made up a ball, didn't
picked up an acorn.
you?
Yes,
Look
sir.
here, look, you made up games.
Yes, sir.
Shoot,
Yes, sir.
played in the dirt. The red, what they call it, Georgia red clay.
Yes, sir. Georgia Red
Dust
Clay.
it, you be dust. Hey, sometimes you be dusting the motherfucker going back in there.
Yep.
You gotta take
Riding,
two baths. You gotta
yep,
take two baths.
riding three wheelers and four wheelers.
There you go, dirt bikes.
Hey, look here. Hey, every day of the week, you coming back in the house with a bruise or a cut.
Get fussed at. I told you stay out that thing. You gonna
Yep.
get hurt. Look at bicycles. Think about it. Everybody was gonna buy a bicycle. You know what I used to do back in the day? Shit, we go to the frame, go find some rims, go on that mud, some chain.
I was a fire starter. Yes.
And look, I'm gonna put this as disclaimer. Allegedly, he was.
Look, it's all past tense now, and so the
Yeah,
alleged is very true.
yeah. And oh, you know when when you had to go, you build the wooden go karts.
hmm
Sure,
Made
we
made
built good wooden go karts. Sure, we
made
built things to play with.
made the fake ramps out of bricks.
Hmm. See,
Yes, sir.
that what we need to get back to.
It's
uh,
but the thing.
and you know when it's dinner time,
hmm
you got to go wash up, take your bath, and everybody sat down at the dinner table together, didn't
Yes, sir. Yes,
it?
sir.
And guess what?
So,
And you watch what your parents watch. That ain't what
hmm
you want to watch.
yep.
That if you watch
But
TV.
when I was growing up, we didn't have but three channels anyway, so it's we have a wide variety of what we was about to watch here. You know,
Oh, yeah. Think about it with the antenna with the little foil on it, and hopefully you got
correct,
it
correct.
with the two knobs.
And hold on, stay right there. Oh, we good, we good, D. You know what I mean? You ain't got to hit the mute button.
Yeah, but
Um,
I tell you this right here, I miss them days.
oh yeah,
I miss
oh
them
yeah,
days.
oh yeah. Basketball, football. Um, but let's be honest with you, man. When it got to the point to where, because that happened within your my generation and your generation.
Hmm.
When it got to the point where the mother had a child at 13, 16, and the mother and daughter ended up
Run all
being in
together.
the being in the same club. Come on, man. Look, that's when it got weird.
I'm telling you what, it even got weirder. Not only being in the same club, they wearing each other clothes.
Yeah, yeah. Hell. Sometimes the mama was finer than the daughter. Good lord.
You
No, I
couldn't tell them
mean,
apart.
don't tell me you in there. That's your mama.
I thought that was your sister.
Oh my goodness.
Respect to E and Nate the Great. And at 10 o'clock tonight, go to It's Just E channel. They're going to have a whoop there in dialogue. I don't know what the hell they're going to talk about tonight. You already know how
Mm,
that goes, don't you?
yes,
Don't you,
sir.
Jay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's always interesting.
Yeah.
Always interesting.
And if you didn't see It's Just E live today, go check it out. It was just like we were saying. Jay, what we talking about? That fake life they would be living.
Hmm.
They can do what everybody else do. Like Tascade thinking she gonna hide money like the rich folks can do. The very rich folk can do hide money.
Exactly.
You can't do that.
Exactly. So it's changing. Hey, look, it's changing other times, man. You know what I mean? You could sit here and we could sit here and preach till we blue in the face.
Hmm.
We really you got to talk right now. You got to, I think, more so talk to the women on, I guess being coached on how to raise a man. Because there's a bunch of fatherless households.
Mm. I, and the question is, how many of fatherless household is is a revolving door with men,
Yeah, yeah.
and how many of them fatherless household are some of them so-called men part of the alphabet community? And,
Mm,
it, no, I ain't talking about the one that's not in the closet. I'm talking about the one that's in the closet.
mm, mm. Hey, that's ooh wee. Whole different type. What's up, Mondo?
What's up, Mondo? Ain't no different topic. It's the same topic. You know, hey, you know I'm telling the truth.
Amen. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
You
I'm telling the
lying.
truth.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look here.
Yeah.
You know I ain't afraid to say Jason Mondo. Y'all know I ain't afraid to say that. I don't care. I don't care what they think.
Hey,
You know that.
Hmm.
Cause one, we got a revolving door of men coming in and out of your house. You got kids.
Hmm.
How that look? How they gonna look? And then you gonna get mad at your neighbors for calling you a hoe.
exactly.
Well, for one thing, bro,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's it's not safe to bring random men around your kids. Yeah, as a woman, you got needs, but there's a way to do things. You got hotels. You
Mm-hmm.
go there, they get a room.
Mm-hmm.
Get a room, get a room, get a room. Do not be bringing these random men around your daughters or around your sons.
Hmm.
Because it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of weirdos, a lot of perverts out there. Another thing too that I recommend that a lot of single mothers could do in this. And the thing about this is it used to be expensive, but it's not anymore. You can actually do a background check on these men that you're meeting. A lot of people, they're comfortable about meeting men online, hooking up online with people. When you do that, you got to check them out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't nothing wrong with covering yourself and protecting yourself.
Mm-hmm. You're right. And then you meet and bring them in your house. Then you get comfortable with them. Then also you come home, they got on your dress.
Exactly.
And you got some towns and places in this world that still, excuse me, give me a second.
And
Salute,
Excuse me.
salute, flamethrower. Salute to you, brother.
But you
Welcome
let
to
know,
the
it flame throw
broadcast,
that.
bro.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
That's him, bro.
and the thing is, check this out. Then when the father around, you won't get mad at him because he don't want the guy that you keep bringing in the house around his child. Now, how the hell you gonna get mad at the father who been there for their children, for their child, cause he don't want this guy around the child? Make that
but
make sense, fellas.
well, you know how that goes. Once the father out of sight, out of mind. Once the father's out of the household, that whoever that individual is feels like they don't have to listen to that male figure any longer, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You
Mm.
know, um, it's messed up, but the father does have a say so. But in most cases, um, when it comes down to that, the mother is the parental guardian. As the child usually is with that parent, with the mother, um, a large percentage of the time. So
Hmm.
it's always a power trip. I mean, it takes two adults to be able to coexist and raise a child.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and you're right. And then something goes wrong, and the father try to be there and tell her this. The excuse she'll say, "Oh, you wasn't there."
Yeah,
Know that the excuse they use, right?
and but that was a hurt person. That was a hurt person before she even had the child by this guy. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's a reflection. A lot of time, that's a reflection on past relationships. You know what I'm saying? You bring, like we say, we had that conversation before,
But
bringing
the
bringing past trauma into new relationships.
but the thing about it is, when you bring a child in this world, you know, it it pisses me off when people use that for an excuse. Okay. All right. Okay. You didn't get along. All right. You dated, you tried it out, you didn't get along. All right. Whoop de
Hmm.
damn do. When you bring a child in this world, it ain't about you anymore. It's about that
Mm-mm.
child. So if you have to sacrifice some things to make sure that that child is straight, so be it. You know what I'm saying? If you have
Yep.
to, coexist as parents. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by coexist, I mean you make decisions together, you communicate with each other, you don't cut down the other parent. When you don't like, if the child is with the mother, mothers quit cutting down the father in front of your child, and vice versa. Or some of you brothers that are raising your sons and daughters by yourself, don't cut down the mother. Don't cut down the mother in front of the child, because that
Hmm.
right there can leave a stain on that child. These kids, man, they process this stuff in their
They
head.
process quick. They process it
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, man, and man, I'm
Hmm.
telling you, man, you not hurting. See, the thing about it is, you think you are hurting the other person, but you're not. The ones that's being hurt the most by all of this is that child.
Yep.
Hmm. And as soon that something goes on, and you know how some of them they start pointing the finger. They start pointing the
Mm.
finger.
Yeah.
But yet they pointing the finger at each other. They're still not worried about the child, are they? They ain't
I
worried about the
mean,
child. Come
you
on.
seen you. I mean, you've seen it. You've
Hmm.
seen. You've seen child support checks. The mother got her lace front and her nails done and her eyelashes done and got the new contacts and the red bottles, and the child walking around here in shack foods. You
Yeah, and
know?
Hmm.
that's a good point that flamethrower just made. But a lot of men don't even take time to try to go through the process. What they'll do is be like, "Oh well, okay, I'll be a part time parent, you know, and I'll pay the child support, come around when I can. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
don't have too many men that's willing to go the extra mile and file for the joint custody.
Mm-hmm.
Because you, as a father, you have rights.
Mm-hmm.
You have rights.
Yep.
And then you got some of them that are a baby daddy. They're like, I ain't gonna go down to that courthouse because they might have had something to hide and they might run their name, whatever. You see what I'm saying? That's another reason. Shit, if you got a legal problem, you need to be a man about to go take care of it.
Well, if you got a legal issue hanging over your head, if you got warrants and stuff like that hanging over your head, that child don't need to be with you. Think about
Mm-mm,
it now.
Exactly.
You think about it now. You know, the child is with you, and you know the cops come knocking at the door. Nobody, you and the child was only there, and then the cops come take you. Then what?
mm-hmm,
Then what? You know, that's a
Yep.
situation that you don't want
CPS.
to be in. Yeah, you don't want it. CPS. That's going to be the next call they make. So
mm-hmm.
if you have issues, legal issues, all right, it's best for you to kind of step back and let the mother handle things, and then you go straighten out your legal issues first.
Yep, that's what I'm getting at.
Because a child don't need to see that. A child don't
Mm,
need to see the mother put in handcuffs. Child don't need to see the father put in handcuffs. They don't
mm,
need to see that.
mm. Cause they see enough in this world as it is.
Amen. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Not only in the world. Ain't no telling what the mother and father be watching on TV. No telling what the mother and father be listening to on the radio or songs they be playing in the car.
Hmm.
Ski Reed.
There you go. There you go. See, there
And
you go.
that goes back to what I was saying on your panel last week, bro. These modern day parents, they don't know, or they've gotten away from being parents. They're more concerned about being friends with their kids instead of being parents.
That's what Jason just said. Mother and daughter can't tell them apart. They wearing each other clothes.
Hmm.
Think they sisters.
Hmm. Double dating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they double dating, man. You're like
Mm-hmm.
the
Yep.
daughter dating her boyfriend, and the boyfriend bring a friend over dating the mom.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, man.
And they probably sleep with the same man. They don't know it or don't
Hmm.
care. See, and let's get on the men, these sorry ass men around here. No, man, we ain't forgot about you. We ain't forgot about you. See, and you wonder why the mother doing this, doing that, and no, you not their co-parenting like you should to help the mother make decision. So she got to make decisions on her own. What best for her and the child or the children. But you want to run around here, want to be Lil Wayne, Tupac, run around here with the pants sagging. Don't want to go get a job, but do something decent with your life. Want to understand the criminal element of being a criminal, but yet you want to get mad because she dating somebody else, and your child calling that person daddy.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't the
Mm-hmm.
woman's fault. It ain't the child fault. It's your damn fault.
Because at the same time, if she was attracted to that image at one point, she outgrew that image, and she was expecting you to outgrow that image.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You have to evolve as a person.
Mm-hmm.
You have to assert yourself and evolve as a person. We don't all okay. We're not we're none of us is the same. Well, we shouldn't be the same. I know I'm not. I'm not the
I'm
same
not
person
either.
I was in my 20s.
No.
I'm not the same person that I was in my 30s. All right. And I noticed there's a slight change of me from 10 years ago. Slight change.
Yeah.
So we evolve as life goes on. As the longer you live, the more you involve in life. You're
Yeah.
supposed to.
Because if I was I made a dramatic change. Because if I was the same person, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd probably be behind somebody's bars.
Me too. I'd be in the graveyard somewhere. If I was the
Mm-hmm.
same
Mm-hmm.
person I was in my 20s. I'm serious.
Shoot. Yeah. And I'm telling you this, and they wonder why they want to say, "Oh, the police did this." No, you did it to your damn self. You did it. You doing it to your community. You doing it to your child. You go out there and do something to somebody, and they know you goes over to your baby, your child mother's house, and they take you over there. What you think them people gonna come do? What they gonna come do? Like Biggie said, shoot up the place. And one of the stray bullet hit your child. Come on.
Beef is when your mom ain't safe out in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Beef is when I see you, guaranteed to see you, put you in ICU. I think that's how he put it, baby. But it goes a little something like that.
Beef is when I see you, guarantee you'll be a ICU.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, it's sad. And I don't care, man or woman, mother or father, and a child get hurt in the process. Physically, mentally, psychologically. Any one of them three.
Mm-hmm.
It tears my soul. Because that means you want to protect your child, right?
At all costs.
At all costs.
No matter what it is.
No matter what it is.
I asked you this question yesterday, Armando.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think just with the chat. I'd be raw in the chat this question. Mm-hmm. That 14-year-old autistic child, what that cop did to him. Taser, broken hip fracture.
Mm-hmm.
What did we say? Hey, look here. He didn't do nothing. Guess what? I'm protecting my child. I'll go to lock up for my child get dead or wind up in the hospital.
That
bro, I'll take a bullet for mine.
Look,
are you kidding me?
If I got an autistic nephew, so that hit when you said it hit a special, real special nerve with me. And if a cop ever, because I know my nephew, he don't bother nobody.
I just use that as example. I mean, cop anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if a cop ever, that go for anybody. Cause harm to him, cause harm to that boy. And I know he don't bother nobody, they out of here. I'm not. It's not even something I need to think about. It ain't premeditated. I'm gonna walk up to him, and I'm gonna end it.
That is premeditated, man. That would be premeditated, bro.
Well, you know, Mondo, it's not for me. For me, it's the right thing to do.
Hey, Jay, I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. Hey, you gonna plead this Saturday?
Yeah, because it drove me crazy. Exactly what I'm doing. It drove me crazy. I just couldn't. I was experiencing PTSD of I thought about it every night. Somebody harming my autistic nephew that I know that don't bother nobody. To tell you the truth, I know it. If you're doing, he gonna try to get away from you. I could just imagine my nephew, someone approaching my nephew. He trying to get away from him, and they just pressing up on him. Oh, okay. No, let me show you how that press works. You know what I mean? Because it works. Because the same. What like my uncle told me the other day. There's always somebody better than you, and there's always somebody with a quicker draw. Mm-hmm. That's the Marine. That's the Marine that we're talking to.
Be raw to sit on here quiet. Get on in here.
Man, just listen to you guys, man. Just, observing what y'all was talking about. I don't blame what Big Dog said. If I have a nephew or a kid and the cops pressing on him and he ain't did nothing, but he just antagonizing them and he's an innocent cat and he ain't doing nothing, man, the protector in me, I'm going to defend I'm going to defend my nephew. I'm going to defend the kid. Like, what did he do? I'm going to, like I say, you can't assault a police officer, but come on, man. The fatherly instincts or the uncle instincts in me, I'm going to defend my kid, regardless. No matter you lock me up for it. If the kid ain't do anything and the cops are antagonizing him, I'm going to beat the brakes off that cop. I don't give a dang. Lock me up for it. Because someone use their power to abuse their authority.
But I would use that example. That's anybody. I don't care who it is. I don't know. You know me and Jason. If he can't say somebody did something to Nina or Jamal, he already know what it is. Don't you? Don't you?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't premeditated. It's insanity.
Yeah.
That's what it is. He drove me crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like if I call him somebody did something to my niece, I already know what it is. So guess what? Look, don't know the old saying, right? They better hope the cops get them before I do.
I'm snapping and somebody's about to be napping.
Mm-hmm.
Look, they gonna need no police with it. Hey, they gonna need the police. They gonna need the coroner. What I got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hey, big bro, I'm sorry to say this, though. Forgive me for I'm going to say this. But it come down to it, life or death, I'm slitting at your throat. When it come down to people I care about, man, I'll go do anything in my power to defend my loved ones.
And
If they have to come to slicing somebody up, I will shall do that. I shall do that.
I think it.
Hey, Silverback said he prepared to do time.
Bro, it's kamikaze. When it comes to something like that, bro, it's a kamikaze mission with me.
Yeah,
Divine win.
It ain't. It's one way. It's this a one-way ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I'm like this. I don't know how y'all feel about this right here. A mother father got the punish their child how they feel like, right? But I can't stand by and let you beat the child. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care. You shoot me, whatever you want to do, but you ain't finna sit up there and beat the child in front of me.
Hell no.
Hell.
No,
You
it
ain't
ain't going down like
for
that.
that to happen.
It ain't going down like that. They would have had to whoop both our ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, a child is innocent. Respect, bros. A child is innocent, right?
Yes.
A child don't hardly know nothing unless the parents teach it to them. A learned behavior. I don't care what skin tone you are. It's a learned behavior, right?
Yeah. But do you
Go
realize
ahead.
their not to interrupt you, but do you guys realize their pattern?
Mm.
You do realize that they pick on the younger guys and people that they feel like they can dominate and et cetera, et cetera. That's their pattern.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. You very seldom hear them targeting a grown man.
Hmm. So, let the fine grown man, Jason. Let the fine grown man.
Grown men, what we represent.
Yeah. See, cause you 40 don't mean you're a grown man, do it?
Nah,
No.
I know some childish ass people who are up in age.
See, I know some 18, 20, 21-year-old act more grown than the ones older than them.
Mm-hmm.
Got more common
Amen
sense.
to that.
So age, hey, well, Leo said age ain't nothing but a number.
It ain't nothing but a number.
That's all it is, ain't it? Cause what do children learn hatred from?
In the household.
And the household.
See,
The
some parents,
environment that they're brought up in.
some parents don't realize this, right? Cuss around your kids all day.
Hold, D. True.
Go ahead.
That's a hot topic right there. Now the question of environment,
Yeah.
because we're speaking abroad,
Mm-hmm.
because there are some children that grew up in rough environments that the parenting the parenting saved them.
Yep.
Mhm.
You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Oh, we
So
weren't talking about them.
yeah, I wanted to hit on that subject because I wanted to give a shout out to the ones who were raised in a hostile environment
Yes.
and didn't
Yes.
and,
Mhm.
Yes.
and didn't go down that path.
And
Yeah.
kids ended up going to college and making it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes,
They got the
sir.
right mindset and they kept going forward,
They
doing the right thing to keep themselves situated, ignoring the fact of what their parents went through. And their parents can be assholes, but you refuse to take that path and go on to the right path to go to school, go to college,
Yep,
and do something with themselves. I
took
Yeah.
that
respect that too.
took their
Yeah.
environment and used it for gain,
Yeah.
not adapted.
Yeah. And I'm telling you this right here. Some parents don't know this. Or some parents out there that don't know this right here. All that because you be doing in the house around your kids. Guess
Hmm.
what? That child abuse. That child abuse.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yes.
Am I wrong, fellas?
No.
It's a toxic home environment.
Yeah.
Okay, and the reason why it's a toxic home environment because the parents are 9 times out of 10, both of the parents are in a toxic relationship. It's a toxic marriage,
Yep.
or it may be a situation where that single parent is in a toxic relationship with an outside individual.
Hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
not the biological father.
Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, the add on that, and the biological father and the mother ain't getting along at the same time.
Exactly.
Or the father trying to do what he's supposed to do. The mother mad at the one she with
Yep.
and taking out of the on the person that trying to do what he's supposed to do for the
And,
child.
and what's crazy, all these subjects that we're hitting on is always a double-edged sword
Yeah.
because it's always a reaction. It's always a calm before the storm. It's always every action to every reaction, a reaction to every action. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it could have been a drunken, abusive father. It could have been a mentally unstable, wannabe hot girl mama. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So, you know, I guess we have to take every situation and address it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I'm saying this because I want the audience to know that we're having a broad discussion. It's not targeting one gender or the other.
Sure not. So
Mhm.
we know them. We know them some. See what. Let me go ahead and explain this to the audience right here. We know there's a lot of single mothers, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
But yet there are also single fathers out there,
Yes.
Yes.
and we know the mother's not in the picture. She don't want to be in the picture. We know there's a father that don't want to be in the picture. But to the ones, the man or the woman that got the child, and the mother and the father that want to be in the picture, and y'all don't let them, y'all depriving the child.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. You're
Hmm.
hurting the child when you're using a child and you're weaponizing the child against the other parent, whether it's verbally or physically. You are hurting that child.
Hurting them
Yeah,
mentally. Very
yeah,
mentally.
Yeah,
yeah,
mentally. Yes, you
yeah,
are. You hurting them
eh,
mentally.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And I heard some young people tell me this, just tell me this. They said, I don't want to have no kids, and I had a perplexed look on my face. And I asked them, why not? Call my mom and dad and this right here.
Yeah, exactly. Or
Yep.
or they'll say they don't want to get married. It's a lot of single
Yep.
women, a lot of single women and men. They're not married. because they choose not to be married because of what they saw growing up as a child in the house. Where the mom and the dad was arguing all the time, bickering, and they, sometimes they saw the mother was unhappy, and she, for the sake of the child, she stayed at home and took it for 18 years or whatever, however long before the child left home. And that right there, it carries over,
Yeah. And to pick it back out that, and some men and women that get into a relationship, they don't even know what a real relationship look like.
And isn't an induced that type of those type of emotion is an induced chemical emotion. If one of the two is not happy, the children can feel that. It's all in the atmosphere. It's in the household.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Know?
Yes, sir.
See,
And I'm gonna ask y'all this too, brothers.
go ahead.
And then when the mom and the dad argue and everything, I'm talking, physically arguing, and then after the argue is over, after the argument is over, some of the parents would turn their frustration out on the child.
Yeah.
And I can't stand it. I'm talking they take it out on them for no reason because they got nowhere else to turn to.
And that is why that usually happens, say like a single mother is dating her boyfriend or whatever. All right. And they get into it. And then that mother has to go to work. Okay. And that'll later be a third shift job. And then you leaving them at home with that stepfather. Okay. Now I'm not saying all stepfathers are bad. All right. But most of those incidents usually happens. Okay, it's a step parent. Okay, and that step parent would take their frustrations out on that child.
And then on top of that, when the parents are not actually sitting down, when the child does not feel comfortable telling you something that other person did to them, but it be a man or a woman, you left in the door, and then all of a sudden, the child tells somebody else, "Hey, you get that knock on the door, you downfounded."
D-True, and that right there is for that to happen. That means that you and your child don't have a line of communication. Your child should be able to come and talk to you about anything as a parent, and especially if you are the custodial parent, that child should be able to be comfortable enough to come to you and tell you any and everything that's going on in their life. The only reason why, if it's a young lady that's been a young girl that's been touched by the stepfather, okay, or if a young boy is touched by the stepfather, all right, and he doesn't come and tell the mother what's going on, he or she doesn't come and tell the mother what's going on, it's usually because that lines of communication. Yeah, parents, they may talk to their children, but they don't. You also got to listen to your children. You can't just talk to them. You got to listen to them too.
Black, the problem is some of these parents don't listen to the kids. They thinking like, oh, they don't know what they're talking about, so we ain't have to listen to them. That's why some of these kids wind up doing what they're doing to this day, because sometimes the parents don't listen to what they got going on. As a parent, you're supposed to sit down and understand what's wrong with the kid. Let them know what's going on. Listen to the kid. Maybe the kid trying to tell you, I need some help. I need some guidance. Talk to me. What should I do? Something going wrong with me. I got bullied at school. Listen to me. Blah, blah, blah. But the parent like, yeah, I got you. And then also you walk away. And then all of a sudden, your kid go out there and do some dangerous crowd, beat the heck out of somebody to get himself in trouble or herself in trouble. Or they get in trouble, they get in trouble their own selves and get themselves in a situation because you as parents was not listening what that kid is trying to tell you. You want to do whatever you want to do, instead of listening to what the kid got going on.
Mama,
The heck with having a man or a girlfriend listen to your kid. That's supposed to be your first pornography. Always listen to your child and your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend later.
you know what their new slogan is? Mama gotta have a life too.
But you still got a kid in there first, big dog.
That's what
You,
they say. I'm
it,
not.
it
They.
ain't, and you know what I tell them? You know what I tell them? I'll tell them sisters, look, it ain't about you no more.
Mm-hmm.
You laid down and you had this child. You brought this child in the world. And guess what? This child, no child is asked to be brought into this world.
No.
But when you bring them in this world, it is your duty as a parent to protect that child at all cost.
And then on top of that, you're not communicating with the father who I understand there's some men out there that don't want to be in the child's life. I ain't talking about them that don't want to be in the child's life. I'm talking about the one that want to be in the child's life. You don't want to communicate what's going on with the child, and the child can't go tell him what's going on. The child talk more to the father than he does to you, and the child live with you.
Hmm. And here's the twist, brothers. I was talking to a woman that got kids and telling her how she should do. You know, like I said, don't judge me. And she's talking about, you don't have any kids. You don't understand. I said, it's not the problem that I don't have any kids. You be wondering why your kid is doing what she doing or what your kid doing what she or he doing because you ain't paying no attention. You out there trying to get some goddamn, you spread your legs wide open for the man to go inside you and let his people go. While you out there going clubbing and whatnot, and the kid wondering what's going on, you wondering
Nah,
why it's the parent,
bro,
the
not to cut
grandparent.
you off.
Go
Not to
ahead.
cut you off. Not to cut you off. You said some. You don't know what you just said.
Mhm.
You said to spread your legs for the man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spread your legs for the man. Now, spreading the legs for the man, what that leads into, that means that they will do anything. Some women will do anything to keep a man and not to be alone. Some women will do anything to keep a man and not to be alone.
I
And
thought I
and
was
I'm
I thought
sorry.
I was on what I thought I was on what caught that what he said.
Yeah, yeah,
Now I was just
you
getting
did.
ready to get in. I was waiting on B Rob get done. I was getting
I
ready to go
was
in
too.
too. But yeah, man, you hit on the nail there, bro, little bro.
Mm-hmm.
You hit on the nail.
Sure did.
Mm-hmm.
Let hold that thought. I got a new commercial I want to put up right quick.
All
Whatever.
right, let's run it, bro.
Oh, let me change the background. Hold on.
Ooh, I can't wait till I finish this one. Why you on me? Why you on me? Huh? Why you on me? Why is you on me? Get off of me. I gotta make all the wolves.
Shout out to Together.
Shout out to Together.
That's
Salute
Got
to
a
your
big
that's
sister.
twist.
girl.
Very talented
Girl got
sister. Salute to
skills.
you. Yes, sir. She got skills.
Yep. I like that little dog. I don't want to get I have. I know she ain't gonna give it to me. But yeah. See, and that's why some people that are single don't want to get married, don't want to have children, and that's why they have dogs or cats as pets, cause that they their children, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, and the men that want to be in your that want to be in their child's life, and you said the one won't let them. Do you really want to be in your child's life? Oh, you just try to play the role.
Well, what's the psychological breakdown? You got to go back to that topic that B Rob just hit on. And I want everybody to know.
Spray, hey, being Papa being a Rolling Stone, just spreading
Nah,
the seeds all around town.
yeah, like like solitude. Hey, look, if nobody has in this world has experienced at least a 1 day of solitude, I recommend you do so. 1 day of solitude, do so. Some people need to learn how to be by themselves, and that's the
You,
problem.
oh yeah, you right about that. They're scared to be alone.
They scared to be alone.
Yeah,
You
You
always got to go here, brother.
when women look, bro, women like that are insecure with themselves. If you have an issue with being alone, because sometimes you're gonna be alone. All right. If you're not married, if you're not fortunate enough to be in a long-term marriage or whatever, sometimes you're gonna be alone. All right. So if you have an issue with being alone, or you can't be alone, so you're jumping from relationship, then that means you don't love yourself.
Hmm.
You don't. You got. And I tell sisters that all the time. Look, before you can expect someone else to, you're so concerned about getting a man to love you when you don't even love your damn self first.
yeah, and that vice versa goes for men too.
Yeah. Oh, definitely for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Picking back what all of y'all talking about. You talking to a lone wolf. You talking to a lone. You got to find yourself. That's why I was telling folks on my live a couple of days ago that I had to go to this. I had to go to solitude. I had to find myself because I thought the friends I was messing with in the past wasn't my friends. And you know, sometimes your family members can do the same thing, turn their back on you. So guess what I did? I went away, went to solitude, meditate, trying to find my psyche, find out who I really am. Being alone is a good thing to do. You can find out who you are, what you're capable of.
Yes.
Meditate and just find yourself. Go inside your soul and your spirit. Who am I? And that's why I can't connect, and that's why I am the way I am right now, because I went to the darkness, I went to the shadows, and I thought about what I could have done or what I could have got myself into. And I like, nah, let me do something better. And
Yep.
find yourself.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's why I came back, and I'm like, you know what? It's my time to talk.
Like,
I overcame all this obstacles that I faced.
I enjoy company, right? I enjoy company. But man, I had got so deep into the mountain and solitude. Hey, look here, man. Hey, look here, man. I was out there, bro. I was out there. I ain't know I was gonna come back.
You gotta learn how to find yourself, man. You gotta find yourself. The best place to do is be alone and find yourself. So being around a lot of people, you will never find who you are because you be inside somebody's shadow every step of the way. That's why you gotta go tell yourself out and say, man, let me find out who I really am and what I capable of. Let me teach myself how to do a couple of things.
See, and Mono, Jason, and B-Rod chat, y'all know I say this all the time. I said, you gotta love yourself. Who gonna love you better than you love yourself?
Exactly.
Let me tell you my moment. My moment when I knew this shit was getting real, right?
Here we go.
King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. I stopped off when I've been driving out here for a while, and I just decided on the spur of the moment I'm gonna stop at a mall up there. Hey, look here, man. I stopped in the Timberland store and spent $1,000 on myself. I hadn't did it in a while, right? And spent $1,000. I got Timberland boots, Timberland wardrobe. I hadn't did it in a while, brother. Look here, that was the best feeling I had in a long time, bro.
You smell like a Chester cat, wouldn't you?
Man, what?
What? You was skipping out of there, wasn't you?
Man, skipping out of there, man. Walking around there, high fiving everybody. How y'all?
Shoot, that's our problem. We doing so much for a lot of folks and don't have time to do things for ourselves. I tell myself that I'm doing all these for these people, and I don't got now time to do it for myself. And that's why it's like, and then when I start doing things for myself, oh, why you doing this? Like, you don't give a dang about nobody else. I'm like, because I've been doing it for y'all for years. But when I got time to do something for myself, I'm happy. So you can't get mad if I don't do nothing for you. Everybody relying on me to help y'all. And sometimes in the day, I love helping people. But sometimes I gotta go back in myself, inside my soul, and go back to my psyche and think to myself, man, what about me? What gonna happen when things go happen to me? I gotta worry about looking out for myself and only myself. If it hurts some people's feelings, I don't care how you. The heck with your feelings. It's always got to be myself first, and
What
then
Cat,
what about the other people?
what Cat
But
Williams say? What Cat
go
Williams say?
ahead.
I wake up in the morning and lie to myself tremendously. Nigga, did you get taller today?
You go 2 feet, 2 inches. I saw you that joke. But the thing is, it all turns different when you got kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's when some men and women start thinking about the damn self when they got kids.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I gotta do for myself. I don't know. Look at
And
the child.
what is it with our culture like to dump the children off on the grandparents?
A lot of them do that, big dog.
Hey, brother, believe it or not, damn near every culture does that.
Yeah,
White, black, Asian, Hispanics, I'm telling you, bro, they all do it. Every culture
Yeah.
does that, bro. There ain't no black thing. That's every culture does that.
Okay.
so here's the problem, though. I'm like, y'all know, I'm like everybody. Hey, man, we all like to go inside the Grand Canyon and get that good. No wonder, but man, when you skeet inside that woman and it's over with, man, I'm like, you know what? You got a kid. I ain't saying your life is over. I'm just saying, man, you can't do the things that you used to do. Now you got a kid involved. You got a life force inside you. The female got a life force inside her. 9 months later, that baby's out and is in this world. It's time to step up, step your game up. Be a father, be a mother to that kid. Cause whatever y'all used to do, y'all gotta cut that out, slow it down. You got a
Be
kid to
wrong.
raise.
Be right. You gotta understand. Some of these folks don't understand that. They don't want to understand it. They just want what they want. They want that sexual healing. Like Marvin Gaye said, they want that sexual healing.
Man, we all need it, but when the kid involved, bro, you gotta step your game up real tight.
Look, like I said before, it's three things you gotta do if you want no child. Don't engage in wrestling. Don't engage in sexual activity. Men, strap it up. Women, make sure women make sure you're on birth control.
Some birth controls don't work sometimes, bro. They can get baby, bro.
I know that, but
not 100%, bro.
I know.
Yeah, no.
I know. The condoms ain't either.
Hey,
They
It's
bust.
better safe than sorry. It's better safe than sorry, ain't it?
But sometimes these two don't come with them rubbers, they bust.
Yeah. And look. But the best way you want to have no child,
Don't
stay
do
abstinent.
it.
yeah,
Abstinence.
yeah.
But we know some people ain't gonna do that, don't we?
Downs to Ohio State.
What?
Huh?
Mhm. We committed 56 minutes ago.
Caleb Downs going to Ohio State.
He went to Ohio State.
Yep.
Wow. Well.
Oh well.
Hey, guess what? Guess what
He
their offensive
chasing-
coordinator is, bro?
He chasing that bag, bro. He chasing that bag. Caleb
Yeah,
Downs play
hard.
defense. He chasing that bag, bro.
Yeah.
And top of all that, guys, their offensive coordinator is Bill O'Brien.
Man, Bill O'Brien didn't do nothing at Bama, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm laughing. What the heck? Go ahead.
Hey, Jaco, let him go. He could have came. He could have came to Georgia. Got 2 rings, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
He chasing money, bro.
After he shunned us for the second time, I ain't got nothing for it.
It is what it is, man. I'm kidding.
I mean, you want players that want to be there. So he curbed Kirby. You know what I'm saying? Last year, so this is number 2. So evidently he didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be. He don't want to compete.
Yep.
Ain't about $1, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
It's about that money, man. It's about that money, bro.
Money's not gonna save you, Black. Oh, money's not good money. These kids need to understand that.
Yeah, they check.
That's why some of these gotta be loyal to your team.
Because it ain't. Look, man. Number 1, he from Georgia. All right, he from Georgia. The coach that recruited him is at Georgia now. Robertson is at Georgia now. All his ties, the more likely place, the best fit for him would have been Georgia. So it is only one reason that could have got him to Columbus, Ohio, and that was the money. You know what I'm saying? These young kids, bro, it's about their money, bro. So
It's like this. There's the respect. Hey, you know where to get it from, don't you? Go back what we were saying.
The parents.
But you know what though, man? His dad got money. And he got some kind of sports agency or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
His dad, they not hurting for money. That family's not hurting for money.
Black is greed. Black is greed. It's greed.
You were right in something happened when the first recruitment where him and Kirby and the father had some type of words about this, that, and the third.
Yeah, when he kept procrastinating, you know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, okay, it's a slam dunk decision. Go ahead and commit. When he didn't commit yesterday, I kind of had a feeling it was either going to be. I was thinking Texas. I didn't think he would choose Ohio State.
Mm-hmm. So he good to go. Hey, look, man, go on about your business.
I mean, yeah.
You see how we feel.
Just like I was telling Dog fans about Hazelwood. Dog fans was upset about Hazelwood when Hazelwood decommitted and chose to go to Oklahoma. Look, man, you want players that want to be here. You don't want players that are just coming for the money. But then guess what? They're gonna be a one year stop. He gonna end up transferring somewhere else. So you don't want nobody that should be chasing money, chasing the bag. So let them go on up there.
What we going through right now for last week and a half. Y'all want to go. If you don't like it being over here because Nick Saban retired, go ahead and go. It ain't about a brand, ain't about a bag. It's about loyalty. Are you good for the standard and the culture? It ain't about a bag. Money ain't gonna save you all the time. These kids need to understand that crowd.
Because see, the thing about Ohio State, the spotlight ain't really gonna be on them because they only have 2 marquee games this year, Oregon and Michigan. The rest of the games, man, are gonna be garbage. Mm-hmm. Georgia got marquee games all the way up and down the schedule, bro. You got open the season with Clemson, then you got Bama, Auburn, Texas, Florida, Tennessee, Ole Miss. You know what I'm saying? Mississippi State, man. Bro, you know, the SEC, bro, you know, you guaranteed to be on TV every week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, I don't understand that move, man. But, you know, he don't want to be here, man. F him, bro.
Yeah, that's what I say, too. I just ain't get vulgar with it.
The only thing I'm surprised about that he chose Ohio State over Texas, because you know what I'm saying. Because when I said to myself, okay, now if he commit on Thursday, then it ain't about the money. It's about development, because development is the thing about development, man. That is priceless. That is more valuable than going to get a quick $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
You chasing $1 million where you could have came to Georgia and got developed for 2 years and went in as a first rounder. And been a part of the greatest secondary in college football history, bro.
And that's what he's not understanding.
But I'm gonna tell you this right here.
Go ahead, Detroit.
This is what I said. His father had a hand in that.
Yeah, his dad had a hand in that.
See, everybody like, why they talking sports? That what we were talking about. Parents had a hand in kids' stuff. When this is where the father supposed to let him make his own decision.
Well, these parents, especially these fathers, man, they be trying to live vicariously through their sons and daughters, and they get all up in their business, having to make dumb decisions, like Hazelwood's mother. You know what I'm saying? Shopping him around and everything to the highest bidder, instead of letting him come to Georgia and get properly developed. And he could have went on in the first round. He could have been where George Pickens was. But no, you know, what are you doing?
Where's he now?
The reason And the reason why he left Alabama, what they said, number one, Nick Saban
Money.
retired.
Money.
Number two,
Yeah, nothing doing no Nick Saban.
no,
Money.
I'm going by what they said now. They said number one, Nick Saban retired. Oh, the coach that y'all got from us went to Georgia. They think about, all the people who recruited me in Alabama all gone. You got one guy, one of the main people that why a lot of people leaving Alabama because of T-Rob left and went to Georgia. Everybody thought Caleb Downs going to Georgia because that's the guy who basically recruited him.
He chasing where that right there answers your question, bro. He want money.
That's
He want money, bro. He chasing the bag, bro. It didn't have nothing to do. Everybody thought it had everything to do with Robinson. It had nothing to do with Robinson, man. That boy was chasing that bag. He chasing that money.
So basically, that man sell his soul for some money.
He want that money. He can't be patient and wait and get properly. He could have got properly developed at Georgia, bro. Georgia, as far as defensively, you gonna get developed a hell of a lot better at Georgia than you would at Ohio State. That's an
They don't even got no defense.
That's an offensive. That's an offensive team up there, bro.
They don't got no defense.
Difference is between the Alabama and the Georgia. The Alabama and Georgia, they get money, but they got something in place where they receive more of the money when they graduate and move on and do things of that nature. When you doing the Ohio State, it's more so money up front. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got
Big
money
ball.
up front, just like the Texas, the boy in the Lamborghini at Texas. So
Isaiah Bond.
it's more of a long term. Georgia and Alabama actually set them kids up for later on in life. You
Yep.
see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. You heard what happened down in Florida, don't you?
What happened?
They being investigated for that quarterback they tried to recruit. And
the black boy.
The one they promised that money to.
$13 million $13 million NIL.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. They being investigated.
Man, they
They ain't learned that lesson what Jimbo did in Texas A&M. They ain't learned that lesson.
Look, man, it's some damn quarterbacks in the NFL, bro. Ain't getting that kind of money, bro.
Man, that's some BS.
Y'all bought a whole bunch of pipe dreams.
Yep, that's what they're doing, selling them recruits dream to get them to sign the NIL. But Florida State being investigated too. They talking about putting Florida State under sanctions.
Black, D2, big dog, man. They ain't learned the lesson what Jimbo Fisher did when he was the #1 recruit a couple of years ago. And look at him now. He's out the door. Texas A&M got to rebuild. They ain't learned that lesson.
That right there is what I said after Jameis Winston left Florida State. D2, remember what I said. I said that dude was overrated. Hell, I said it Jameis Winston last year when they went to the darn Rose Bowl and got blowed out because Oregon took Jameis Winston away from the offense, and Jimbo did not have an answer. That man, look, if take away 2013, take away that 1 year, and Jimbo Fisher, man, is just an average, another ordinary Joe coach, head coach. He's another damn mother.
Black,
You take away that 1 year with Jameis Winston, he's another damn mother.
Man,
Let's just be real, Black. Auburn could have won that game. Auburn had that game. Auburn could have won that game.
It was 21-3 at one
Beat the
time.
brakes out of them.
hey,
21-0, I think.
Yeah.
Think about this. Me and the mother talked about this. The Trey Mason did what that Philadelphia Eagles Brian
Brian Westbrook, and would have went down at the 1 yard line.
yeah.
Auburn would have won that game.
Yeah.
Auburn would have won that game, man.
Mm-hmm. Jay Wilson would be nothing.
Looking at him in the NFL.
What you eating, man?
Who?
Man, you over there tearing something up, bro. Sound like you eating some wings or something.
Yeah, D-Troop was smacking on something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's why he muted up.
Mm-hmm.
Now full of food.
That's D2 for you.
Yeah, man. But hey, Jaco, man. Hey, I kind of had a feeling, bro. When he didn't commit yesterday, man, cause Brandon Adams, them, they need to quit selling Georgia fans pipe dreams. All them done Georgia podcast. Caleb Downs come to Georgia. I said to myself, yes, he ain't coming. Because if he was coming, it wouldn't take this long to go ahead and decide. And then I said, okay, if he don't decide by 10 o'clock this morning, then he going somewhere else. 10 o'clock came, that's around the time Dog Nation, because I remember when Darion Kendrick made his decision, he decided by that morning. So as it went on late in the evening, I was like, man, this dude going somewhere else. He chasing money.
Black, Big Dog. Remember what I told y'all about this, man, about these kids getting all this money. Number one, the kids don't know what to do with the money, and their parents gonna get their hands on involved in that situation. Remember I told y'all to that?
Yeah, the parents gonna be like puppet masters. They gonna be so what you gotta do now as a coach, you gotta zero in on the parents. You gotta get in with the parents because especially if it's a 2-parent household, you zero in on the mom because the mom gonna get the last say so.
That's what I'm saying. And they can be riding their coattails too. You know, they try to live their life through them kids. And Caleb Downs is a hell of a goddamn player.
Well, I'll go ahead and commend Nick Saban for managing all them drama queens.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. All the more reason why he deserved a coach of the year. All them prima donnas and the money hungry clowns on that darn team, man. That dude, I knew when he didn't make no decision by 10 o'clock in my so all right, man, this nigga going somewhere. He ain't coming to Georgia. That nigga ain't coming to Georgia.
I sure thought he would go to Georgia. I was like, man, just go to Georgia.
I'm telling you, man. Look, and that's why, Jacob, I was like, I really wasn't too sold on it. That's why I'm glad we got Bolden. I think Bolden gonna end up being better than Downs. Watch and see.
That's what I'm about to tell you.
KJ Bolden gonna end up being better than him.
That's what
I'm we're looking for the Javari on the Javari Muhammad dude. We waiting on him to come over here. He might be better than Downs too on our.
In this class that we got coming in that secondary, bro, we got some dudes, bro.
We got some dudes. We got some man. All them done 5 stars that was intending on going to Bama, they coming to us, and we waiting to see what Jim Harbaugh gonna do because as soon as Jim Harbaugh made that announcement and go ahead and because what he trying to do, man, he
going pro black. He going.
Look, man, did you hear what he trying to do, man? He want a clause put in his new contract saying that if the NCAA hits Michigan with any violations, they cannot fire him for 3 years, no matter what. He put an immunity clause in his contract, bro.
Oh wow!
It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work.
Hell no! It's over with. You better run when you can.
Man, Nick Saban ain't never asked for nothing like that, man. Come on, bro. Nick Saban, Pete Carroll, Bobby Bowden, Joe Paterno, hell, Bear Bryant ain't never asked for nothing like that. Vince Dooley, man.
But I'm telling you this right here. I watched the wire, right? The transfer wire.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. 5 players from Bama left and went to Florida State. We getting players from Bama. Y'all getting players from Bama.
Yeah.
Damn, they're saving. Boy, y'all really gonna make
Texas. They flocking to Texas too. Isaiah Bond, tight end, went to Texas.
Yep. And
we can't do nothing right now because of coach, because on Nick Saban left. We can't get nobody right now. Man, we got people coming to us, but we can't get nobody.
We ain't had a chance to talk about this, man. I told you, man. Y'all made the same mistake Auburn made, man. You cannot bring no coach from up north down here to the SEC, man, when you done and expect these kids to stay committed, bro. What y'all should have did, man, y'all should have gotten Man, y'all that came out better hiring Bill O'Brien. I'm being honest with
That's
you,
what
man.
I'm
At least
saying.
you would have
Hell
jumped
no.
man,
That
with
dude,
nobody would have transferred B-Rob. Nobody would have transferred. And look, Bill O'Brien is a proven winner. Now remember now, Bill O'Brien brought Penn State back from the dead, bro. And he went in the NFL and took the Houston Texas, which when he got to Houston, they was garbage, man. They was averaging 2 wins a season, bro. He took them, man. They will start when he got there, bro. They started winning divisional titles. They was going to the playoffs.
Bro, y'all had one of the more productive offenses on Bill O'Brien. I don't get y'all Alabama fans.
I don't get it either, man.
I don't get y'all, bro. Y'all.
man, he wasn't calling the right plays, man. Like he wasn't calling the plays that we needed
man,
to.
Golden was y'all problem, bro. Because look at Ole Miss. We dropped, man, we could have put 80 on that Ole Miss defense. Pete Golden was the problem. Bill O'Brien was not the damn problem, man. And another thing was the problem that year. Man, Bill O'Brien, you got to admit now, B-Rob, as a Bama fan, the talent y'all had in Indy was nowhere near on the level that the talent y'all had the year before down in Miami. You got to admit that now. Come on now.
I'm gonna ask y'all this question right here. You think?
Can't blame that on Bill O'Brien, man. Come on.
I'm gonna ask y'all this question right here. The boy, he said he's not panicking over the roster turnover. I think he's lying.
So basically, let me ask you this
He
then.
ain't proven.
Why you want to panic for,
man? I'm sorry. He ain't proven.
I'm gonna tell you all this. Y'all laughing now, but y'all underestimating. Hey,
I'm not laughing, man.
Your other Georgia fans over there laughing because I was over there in the other show. I know y'all two ain't. The other Georgia fans over there grinning like it's funny.
Hey, look, man. I'm telling you, bro. It's a reason why those players are leaving, man. And I'm telling you, I guarantee you, bro. If y'all have got Lane would have came to Bama. Y'all didn't offer the job.
No, they told me he was a prima donna, and he always
Nick Saban a damn prima donna. All right,
they said
Nick Saban is a prima donna, bro. He the biggest man. He up there with damn Dion. Come on now, you just a prima donna just retired. Lane Kiffin, bro. I promise you, man. If Lane Kiffin would have came to Tuscaloosa, nobody would have left. I guarantee you, nobody would have left, bro.
They say he burnt a lot of bridges over there in Alabama.
Man, he didn't. No, he didn't. He ain't burned no damn man. Come on.
But on that note, it almost that time, fellas.
Purple rain.
Yep. We're gonna go ahead and do this right here. Final thought and shout outs. Hey, let's go. I can't wait to see what they talk about tonight. He's gonna be crazy.
Hey, I knew it was all a pipe dream, Jaco. Hey, man, that's why I didn't get excited about it, bro. It was too good to be true, bro. So I didn't put get all my hopes in it. Go dog.
Mondo, anything that remind me of that Justin Field drama, you get your ass out of here.
You ain't lying.
Go
you ain't
dog.
lying.
Hey,
he's another big bear.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you guys, but them Georgia fans, not y'all, them Georgia fans over there on them Alabama Progress. Oh yeah, y'all's coming to Georgia. Oh yeah, they.
I knew you heard me bragging about you not one time.
No, I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying y'all, but them other Georgia fans.
I knew he wasn't coming. He look, man. He chasing that money. He chasing that bag.
I saw that. When you told me that, I was like, yeah, he gonna.
He chasing that bag, bro.
That man already got money. Why he need more? That's what
he want his own money. Hey, he trying to get that meal ticket, bro.
Yep,
hey, look to his parents.
Okay.
Trying to get a meal ticket.
All right, that's what I use them. They don't got no defense.
Like Master P said, but trying to get a meal ticket.
Your final thought, Jason.
Go dog.
B-Rob.
Roll Tide.
Y'all gotta come up something else on my show.
All right.
Hey,
all right.
Here goes my final thought right here. We want dogs. We want players that wanna be in Athens. Bottom line. Go Dogs, salute Wolfpack Nation for life.
Hey, basically what Black said. We want dogs in Alabama who want to play and not no money and want to win games and championships. Roll Tide.
What it's all about, cash and what? What it's all about, cash and what? Cash and chips, goddamn.
Roll Tide. And salute to the 20 Wolfpack.
In the bustling metropolis of Verity.
Yeah, but y'all always know us and love and respect yourself because you see through the BS and love yourself because nobody gonna love you better than you love yourself. And we all gonna head over to the Whoop Den Dialogue. Hey,
all right.
I already know it's gonna be some mess going on now. I already know it coming.
Oh Lord.
Well, you know I'm rocking my chinchilla tonight, man. I don't want them to start saying, "Well, damn, y'all up there looking like some '70s R&B group. Everybody got the same suit color, looking like the damn Harold Melvin in the Blue Notes up there."
I
guess I had to pop back on the level, dude.
I'm rocking about chinchilla tonight, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna get back on my level, dude.
Hey, Jake, what you gonna wear?
You know what I mean? You know, I ain't got but 2 suits.
Damn.
Commission! Big Dog needs some more clothes.
Hey, man, he must have lost his collection. I'm gonna have to resend it back to you. I mean, that dude, Jacob.
All right.
Commission, man needs some more suits.
You said one in the cleaners?
You know what I mean? They was saying one of them in the cleaners. Hey, look, I really want the one with the motorcycle.
Everybody want that motorcycle, man. Hey, all right, y'all can have them motorcycle. I'm gonna bust out something else.
Hey, let me ask y'all this too, man. What made me so mad? How can I be the white wolf and I don't got no white suit?
You got a white suit, bruh.
I ain't seen it.
I could have sworn.
I ain't seen it, Black.
Well, you know what? Everybody need to have a white
hit my
suit.
Email.
By this spring, everybody need to have a white suit, bro. So that way I can do a promo with all of us in white.
Yeah.
I'm putting my white suit up to the spring, bro. You know, who wear white in the wintertime? Who wear white in the wintertime?
I don't think nobody.
Let it snow.
Jake, what you got going on over there?
What? Oh, that's them got the little family time.
Oh,
Okay.
You feeling better, bro?
Yeah, man. I done pumped up. For that medicine, man. Shit, hey. All I got now is a dry cough.
Oh, man, you doing well, man. God bless you, man. Still praying for you, big dog.
All right, man. Get ready to get on up out of here and on over the ease, man.
Yeah, we finna head on over there.
Hey, I'm gonna be in the bushes, man, making tracks. You know what I'm saying? I may pull up on the panel for a minute.
Hey, wait. Hey, before you go, Black, is that suit is in the email?
Nah, you know what, man? I just checked. You ain't got no white suit.
Yeah, I figured. How come I'm a white wolf without no white suit? Come on, man.
Hey, when you get it, that with that white wolf, wait.
Yeah, but I gotta have that blue suit with my blue wolf though. But that's all right. But I got my blue suit though.
Man, y'all got me mad, bro. I like, God, dog, man, I want that bite too, bro. Man.
Boy, you crazy.
Peace, we out, fellas.
All right, man.
God bless y'all, man.
All right.
Long wolf out.